Welcome to Unveiling the Maya, an introduction to a sophisticated civilization. Prepare to journey back thousands of years to explore one of the most remarkable cultures in human history. The Maya were not an empire, but a series of interconnected city-states that flourished in the dense rainforests and arid plains of Mesoamerica. Their legacy speaks of innovation, power, and enduring mystery. Imagine massive stone pyramids piercing the jungle canopy, intricate carvings telling stories of gods and kings, a civilization that mastered astronomy and mathematics while Europe was still in its dark ages. The Maya were not primitive. They built complex urban centers, developed a fully functional written language, and calculated the cycles of the cosmos with breathtaking accuracy. Their sophistication rivals any ancient civilization. To understand the Maya, we must first understand their world. Their civilization spanned a vast and diverse geographic region known as Mesoamerica. The Mayan heartland encompasses present-day southern Mexico, particularly the Yucatan Peninsula, all of Guatemala and Belize, and parts of Honduras and El Salvador. This area dictated their economy, resources, and architectural style. Mayan history is typically divided into three eras: the pre-classic, where foundations were laid; the classic period, from roughly 250 to 900 AD, when their great city-states reached their zenith; and the post-classic, marked by shifts in power and ongoing culture. Unlike the Roman or Aztec empires, the Maya were never unified under one single ruler. Instead, they were governed by powerful, independent city-states. Each city-state was led by a divine king, known as the Kuhul Ajau, or Holy Lord. The king served as both the political and religious leader, mediating between the human world and the divine. Warfare was endemic. Rivalries over resources and power led to shifting alliances and conflicts between major centers like Tikal, Calakmul, and Copan, often captured through complex hieroglyphic texts. The surviving structures of the Maya are a testament to their incredible architectural and engineering prowess. They built structures designed to last millennia. Mayan cities featured towering step pyramids, expansive plazas, and sophisticated corbel arches. Structures like the Castillo at Chichen Itza demonstrate deep knowledge of geometry and astronomy. Religious structures were central to urban planning. Temples and observatories were precisely aligned with celestial events, confirming the Maya's dual mastery of stone and the sky. Beyond their monumental architecture, the Maya made profound intellectual contributions that shaped the world. They were one of the few civilizations to independently develop a complete writing system, using over 800 distinct glyphs. Crucially, the Maya independently developed the concept of the number zero, hundreds of years before it was used in Europe. The Mayan calendar system was among the most accurate in the world. They used three interlocking calendars: the long count, the 365-day solar calendar, Hab, and the 260-day ritual calendar, Tzolk'in, all working in tandem. Religion permeated every aspect of Mayan life. Their belief system guided governance, architecture, and even agriculture. The Maya honored a vast pantheon of gods, tied closely to nature. Rituals included the sacred ball game, Poktapak, played in grand stone courts and carrying deep religious and political significance. The foundation of Mayan daily life and spiritual well-being was maize, or corn. The Maya believed humans were literally created from corn dough, making agriculture a sacred duty. Around 900 AD, the great cities of the southern lowlands were largely abandoned, leading to one of history's great archaeological mysteries. While the exact cause is debated, leading theories point to complex factors: prolonged drought, intense warfare, unsustainable agricultural practices, and political collapse. The northern cities, however, continued to thrive for centuries longer. The Mayan civilization did not vanish. Today, millions of people still speak Mayan languages and uphold ancient traditions, ensuring that the legacy of this sophisticated culture lives on in modern Mesoamerica. Deep within the dense jungles of Mesoamerica lies the legacy of a civilization that rose to astronomical heights, only to vanish into the mists of time. This is the story of the origin of the Maya. The Maya, a culture renowned for its stunning architecture, intricate calendar systems, and sophisticated writing, still hold many secrets. But where did this incredible civilization begin? Imagine stepping back thousands of years, past the classic period's grandeur, to the very moment their civilization was first forged in the heart of the jungle. They were not just pyramid builders, They were astronomers, mathematicians, and artists who left an indelible mark on human history. We trace their beginnings back to the pre-classic period. The Mayan world flourished across a region known as Mesoamerica, a cultural area stretching from central Mexico down through Central America. Their world was diverse, split between the arid scrub of the northern Yucatan Peninsula and the lush, resource-rich rainforests and mountainous highlands further south in modern-day Guatemala and Belize. The Mayan civilization didn't suddenly appear. Its foundation was laid during the pre-classic period, an expansive span from about 2000 BC to AD 250. The earliest seeds of Mayan society were literally planted in the ground, marking a significant shift in lifestyle. Around 2000 BC, small nomadic groups began transitioning to settled village life, establishing permanent homes close to reliable water sources and arable land. This stability was entirely reliant on one crop, maize. Corn was not just food. It was the foundation of their culture, religion, and population growth. As these Mayan communities grew, they were profoundly influenced by another great Mesoamerican civilization that preceded them, the Olmec. The Olmec, flourishing along the Gulf Coast of Mexico, are often called the mother culture of Mesoamerica, providing the template for later groups, including the Maya. From the Olmec, the early Maya adopted and refined critical concepts, such as early forms of writing, shared deities, and the highly complex calendar systems that would define their scientific achievements. By the middle and late pre-classic periods, Mayan civilization was no longer just borrowing ideas, it was dramatically evolving on its own terms. Social complexity increased, leading to distinct hierarchies, specialized labor, and extensive trade networks connecting the lowlands and highlands through goods like obsidian, jade, and salt. The most stunning evidence of this pre-classic sophistication is El Mirador, a massive city that predates the great classic centers. Its huge structures signal a powerful, centralized authority long before Tikal or Chichen Itza. During this era, the Maya developed their remarkable calendar systems, including the long count, a method for precisely dating historical events that became central to their civilization. By the time the pre-classic period drew to a close around AD 250, the foundations for the greatest era of Mayan history had been meticulously laid. They possessed agricultural stability, complex political structures, distinctive architectural styles, and the intellectual tools, writing and calendrics, necessary for monumental achievement. The quiet villages of the pre-classic gave way to the sprawling, vibrant city-states of the classic period, a time of unparalleled brilliance and power. Deep within the emerald jungles of Mesoamerica lie the ruins of a civilization that rose to unparalleled heights, the Maya. Welcome to the rise and spread of the Mayan civilization, a cinematic journey into the heart of an empire that excelled in architecture, astronomy, and mathematics. From the soaring temples of Tikal to the monumental pyramids of Chichen Itza, the stone monuments speak of a forgotten grandeur. The Maya were not a single unified kingdom, but a tapestry of brilliant, independent city-states who mastered their environment and left behind an enduring mystery. Our story spans from the pre-classic period, around 2000 BCE, through the magnificent classic period and into the post-classic decline, covering the regions of modern-day Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador. Before the towering pyramids, there were simple villages. The roots of the Mayan civilization are found in the lowland forests and highlands of Mesoamerica. Their foundation was built on agriculture, particularly the domestication of maize. This staple crop allowed for permanent settlements and the growth of sophisticated communities. Early Mayan culture drew significant influence from the older, powerful Olmec civilization, evident in shared art styles, pottery, and ceremonial practices. The centuries between 250 and 900 CE marked the classic period, the zenith of Mayan power, art, and intellectual achievement. This era saw the construction of massive urban centers, dominated by towering stepped pyramids, sophisticated causeways, and intricate palace complexes. The Mayan world was organized into powerful, competing city-states, each ruled by a Ku'uhul Ajao, or divine lord, whose authority was based on a direct link to the gods. Beyond monumental architecture, the Maya were true intellectual pioneers, leaving behind legacies in science that are still astounding today. They developed the most sophisticated writing system in the Americas, a complex form of hieroglyphic script used to record history, astronomy, and religious beliefs. Mayan mathematicians independently discovered the concept of zero, and their astronomers tracked celestial movements with incredible precision, resulting in the famous long count and Tzolk'in calendars. Daily life for the Maya was intertwined with their profound spiritual beliefs, forming a rich and complex culture. Their religion was polytheistic, centered on powerful nature gods, elaborate rituals, and a deep understanding of the cosmos. Extensive trade networks connected the Mayan cities, facilitating the exchange of obsidian, jade, and cacao. The ritual ball game, played in monumental courts, was a central feature of public life. The Mayan influence was vast. At its peak, their civilization dominated a massive area, establishing cultural and economic ties across Mesoamerica. From the lowlands of the Yucatan Peninsula to the highlands of Guatemala, Mayan architecture, language, and culture spread and adapted. Powerful city-states like Tikal, Calakmul, and Copan often engaged in shifting alliances and intense warfare for control over resources and trade routes. Then, between the 8th and 10th centuries, the great cities of the southern lowlands were mysteriously abandoned, marking the end of the Classic period. Scholars propose multiple, interconnected theories for this, quote, collapse, including prolonged drought, environmental degradation through deforestation, and chronic internal conflict leading to societal breakdown.